welcome to Crack Up Kitchen. We have a very special episode today. My mom is going to make homemade rolls and teach us how to do it, which are the best rolls in the history of existence. In the history of existence. And I'm actually really bummed because I forgot, you know how I did my Halloween apron, and I was going to do a Thanksgiving apron, and I was going to start this week, and I totally forgot. My mom is letting me borrow her apron today, so we're super set. Oh, but wait, there's more. Wait, there's more? It's not Christmas yet.
Read it.
Kiri, happy early Christmas from Dad, Mom, Crystal, John, Cassim, Aladdin, and Abigail. It's not Christmas yet.
You have to open it.
I'll open it. I can't open it.
Mom would let me wrap it.
Ooh, it's green.
Oh, we got you.
DNA ancestry. I'm adopted.
Sorry.
Not adopted.
We couldn't figure out how to tell you.
It's been 25 years. It all makes sense now.
Technical difficulties. All right, let's see what's in here.
There's a lot of tape in on. There's a lot of tape on this, Mom.
Well, I had to really, tape it. I had to make you work for it.
It's so real.
Are you gonna live? Are you gonna live?
No. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, John Grayson made the design. He drew it out for me, which you guys have seen the design that's on my
Please
bowl.
do not show off your breast while you're doing that.
I can't help it. It's just where it falls. It's so pretty. Look, it's got like this little fluff roll. It's so pretty.
And it has a pocket
It has a pocket.
for all of her mistakes.
We're going to need a bigger pocket.
All right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get everything ready.
Right.
And I have to explain to you that I know that usually you just dump things in and you don't measure,
I'm using balls. That's why I have all the million of bowls.
but you don't measure precise.
I kind of do.
So you know me, I'm pretty OCD about
Yes.
measuring precise.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to measure everything out.
Okay, so we're going to measure everything out, and we'll come back to you once we have everything on the table for you guys, okay?
All right. Okay. So we have everything here on our table, right?
Right.
Am I talking or
You're
okay.
the one teaching me the recipe.
Okay. All right.
First steps.
First
What are we gonna
steps is we have to do the liquid part in our pan on the stove.
do? A medium saucepan.
A medium saucepan. Okay. So you have
2 cups of milk.
2 cups of milk in here.
And then how much butter are we putting?
Then we need our sugar. So
Okay,
it's
our
2/3 cups of sugar.
2/3 cup of sugar. Okay.
And then
I'm
we
gonna slowly mix
that in.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start putting our butter in, and we want to put it just like little tabs of butter because it's gonna start melting very, very slowly.
This is gonna go onto the stove. It's not gonna melt just by my hotness of being here.
Yes, we're gonna put it on the stove, but you are pretty warm. I'm standing right next to you.
Thank you, Mom.
All right. So we're gonna get these all cut up in little pats.
Does anything else go in
And
liquids?
this is yes, I have a secret ingredient.
Oh, I know the secret ingredient. You don't know the secret ingredient, but
And
I
you
know
won't
the
get to know the secret ingredient. So this is sweet bread.
Okay.
That's the sugar.
That's the sugar.
So we're gonna
I can't really stir this now the butter's in.
no.
Go get your secret
We're
ingredient,
gonna go to the stove. Let me sneak and get my secret ingredient out of my cupboard. Okay.
The secret ingredient is love.
The secret ingredient is love and lots of love. They're gonna know.
No, they're not. They're not gonna know because Casey's gonna censor the whole thing. All right. So now, cameraman, can you follow us, please, to the stove top, so we can. I'm gonna carefully carry this and not spill. So let's turn the stove to medium heat.
Stove to medium heat, and you're gonna just stir. You're also gonna need. I will sometimes use this, but it's a nice candy thermometer because you do not want your mixture to get over 110 degrees because
The milk will curdle.
milk won't curdle. but it won't curdle. It will be too hot for the yeast to
rise.
help the yeast to rise, to activate the yeast.
Activate the yeast, okay. Everything on the finger, not anything, just we only need 2 cups.
Okay, so now that's looking really good. We just want to stop stirring, and we're just going to take a quick measurement. Another really good way to know is it's baby bottle warm. So if you stick your finger in it, if you're making this at home for yourself, you're not feeding guests that you don't want to necessarily don't care, like if you have finger in it, then you can definitely lick your finger and put it back in to test it for baby bottle warm. Thank you, Carrie, because that is just for us, but I noticed that she does this a lot in her crack up kitchen.
It's my kitchen. I can taste it if I want to. How do I know it tastes good if I don't constantly try it?
So we are just about there for...
It tastes really sweet, like sweet milk.
It's very sweet milk. Did you feel how warm it is? So that actually, this right here, no, we don't
Carrie,
need,
test the eggs.
we don't need eggs in there right now. That's pretty disgusting. Okay, so we have it right where we want it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger does it. Or used to do it.
Bodybuilder.
That's sweet. That's how I get those muscles. I got muscles. Watch. Ready?
Okay, so now we're gonna have to come to the other side of the kitchen. So now while that's heating up on the stove, we want to quickly get our mixture ready so that we can pour in our
liquids into the flour
and the eggs in there as it's mixing up with the KitchenAid, so it becomes doughy. Okay.
All right.
So
I love this trick. Mom's done this my entire life. It's my favorite way to measure.
Okay, I thought she was gonna ask me what I was doing with the knife, because if she doesn't behave,
you're gonna stab me with a knife?
So
wow, this became really violent really quick.
Some people sift their flour. I'm kind of old school, or not old school, newer than old school.
She's middle school.
I'm middle school when it comes. That's awesome.
I see what you did there. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I just kind of dipped my flour cup in, but then I told you at the beginning that I was pretty precise.
Very precise. It's very important.
So I want
baking's a science.
Baking is a science. So we need 4 cups of flour.
Can I try? Can I try?
Sure.
Can I try it and then you can tell me I'm doing it wrong?
So you kind of need to.
It's not a very big bowl.
I know, but it's my bread flour thing. Sure, that's pretty good. Now just scrape it off. No. When you do that, you make the flour go back down, so you don't want to sit there and just keep doing it a bunch of times. Okay, there's 3.
I'm done. I've let a professional do this part. I've actually always wanted to be a cook. Like, I remember we used to go on vacation. What? Let's roll with it! Roll the punches. Do another cup. Let's see how much we get.
That sucks.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll work. I promise. Pinky swear it'll work.
It's not gonna work.
Pinky promise it'll work. Don't cry. It's gonna be great. Proud of you, Dad.
You suck.
Wait, don't you need one more? You said 4.
Well, I don't know how much you poured in.
It looks about 2 cups.
No, it's good. Cause now there's probably about
5 cups.
4 or 5 cups.
There's 5
It's
cups.
not exact. So now I'm sad.
Don't be sad. Be happy. We're having fun.
Okay.
So how much salt? How much salt? How much salt?
Salt. We need a teaspoon of salt. We pour that in.
I love the different color, actually it is. Like, you think flour looks white, and then you look at salt, and it's just that looks yellow.
Okay, now we need our yeast. And for 1 batch, it's 2 1/4. So for 2 batches, it's 4 1/2.
4 1/2?
4 1/2. So that's 1 tablespoon and 1 1/2 teaspoons.
It's not going to fit in there.
My tablespoon is not going to fit in there. So guess what? We're going to go back to...
Do a half teaspoon. Half tablespoon, and half tablespoon is a full tablespoon.
You're right.
I got you, Mom.
And I'm a math person here, so there's 1.
I'm not a math person. All right, so that's
2.
1 tablespoon.
And then we need 1.5
Teaspoons.
teaspoons.
That's it. 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Perfect.
Now we need to go to the mixer
Look how pretty that is.
in the kitchen. Oh.
Mom, I'm gonna put this on my Christmas list of Santa too, okay?
Okay, you do that.
Because it's beautiful. I want the
All right.
teal one.
So before I put any wet ingredients in, we want to just kind of mix the flour and the sugar and the yeast together. So I kind of just let it do that for about 30 seconds or so, just to make sure that it's mixed in there really good and spread throughout.
Makes sense to me.
So now we're going to take our warm ingredients,
Our warm milk, sugar, deliciousness.
okay, and we're going to add this in while it's mixing.
I'm gonna grab this away from you.
Yes.
There you go.
So that's going to go in. So we're done with that. Do not lick the bowl.
Too
And
late.
now we're going to put in our eggs.
1 egg at a time. Very
And
slowly.
if my darling husband has not messed this up, which it looks like it's like gonna be weird. So we want to mix this at a fairly high speed for about 2 minutes. It just kind of gets everything going. It gets the right consistency. Since Papa Hobo put in extra flour,
Go, Dad.
I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, so the outcome is not my fault.
I need more rolls.
Okay, now that it's getting close to the end, one thing that we want to do, or that I usually do, is I preheat my oven.
Your hand wasn't in the picture.
Oh, I preheat the oven to about as low as it'll go. I think it's 170. And what that does is I will preheat it, and then I will turn it off, and I'll let the dough that we make sit in it, and it helps it to rise better.
In a warm environment.
We're gonna have Curie set that. We have about 13 seconds. I'm gonna start letting this slow down just a little bit. And that's not a bad consistency. It shouldn't technically be that thick. But what we're gonna do now is we're going to put on the dough hook. So I'm gonna need the rest of the flour that's on the table. So we're gonna put in 2 more cups here. That should be about, I'm hoping, 7.
It'll be great.
I don't normally eyeball things, so this has got me really concerned.
She learns from the best.
No, you learned from the semi
Middle school.
middle school. Going to take it back over to the table, and we're going to start our kneading process.
I can't wait to knead it.
I need it.
Mom, can I put it on the table? Can I put it on the table?
What do you want to put on the table?
The flour.
Sure.
I want to make a mess. It's snowing! Does this count as the first snow?
We've already had our first snow.
Fun ruiner! It's okay, I'm still having fun. Remember my hand last video?
Your mom is gonna freak when she sees how much flour you put on the table. Just
How much
saying.
flour she put on the table?
Two
There's
cup-
like that.
Well,
Don't
2
tell
cups.
her!
More
Don't
than-
tell her!
More than 2 cups.
You guys are tattletales.
You might not want that much.
That's what
You guys
she
are
said.
ruining my bread with this.
We're making fun family memories.
It's a hand angel.
Okay, excuse me. That's more than 2 cups.
You should have seen how much she put back.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna just knead in just a little bit in the bowl. Just kind of helps the process get going just a little bit, and it won't make it so sticky on the table in the long run.
It's so warm
I told you it was gonna be warm.
because of the warm sugar
And
milk.
see, by doing that with the flour in it, you get most of your
Thing is out.
dough out,
Please.
your mixture. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add just a little bit
just wanna
more on
touch it.
top. You will notice that
So
now I am not using specific measurements because I really don't know what's in there. So hopefully this will turn out and
It'll be
make
fabulous.
it work. Okay, so while we're doing this kneading, Carrie, so how you want to knead it is you want to just go, you want to like flip it a little bit, you're going to turn it and you're going to flip it some more. And you're just going to keep kneading some flour in until we get it to where it's not as sticky, and I'll show you as we go.
Okay.
Oh. Not this millennial Tupperware that they call
The way she
everything.
said it. Millennial. It's so warm. It's like I'm kneading a baby.
It's like Star Wars, almost there. Almost there.
That's what she said.
I knew we'd throw that in there somewhere. You can see, like, it's hard to tell on the camera, but it's still sticky, so feel that.
Yeah, I felt it. It was sticky when I was pulling
Yeah,
it.
so it's just about ready to go in the bowl. I can kind of feel it. So you feel how it's just like it bounces.
It bounces back.
It bounces back, so it's kind of what we're looking for.
At least yeast is alive. It's a living organism.
Okay, so we're gonna get the yellow bowl on the
Got it.
stove. So we're gonna just put it in, flip it over so it's a little bit shiny on the top. And then we're gonna put a towel over it. We're gonna put it in the oven for about an hour, and we'll check it during while it's rising. Okay, so our timer went off, and it's now time to punch this. I don't know where Carrie went, but that's okay. We don't need her for this part. So look how beautiful and round that looks. We're just gonna punch down. It's gonna kind of deflate, and then we're gonna put this in for another 30 minutes, and then we'll be ready to make our rolls. Okay, so now we have our dough. It's ready to separate. Yes,
It feels funny.
funny. And we have our pans already, and I like to use parchment paper.
It's easy to clean up.
It is easy to clean up, and they come right off of them.
All right.
So
What are we doing?
we're gonna just make 2 pans of rolls,
Okay.
and then we'll save the rest of it, and we'll make scones a little bit later.
We're gonna do scouts.
So what I do is I usually will just take a little bit of a handful, and
Look at that stretch. Did you see all that come off?
yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
And you're just gonna make a little ball,
Just a little ball.
just a little ball.
I think my ball's bigger than yours. Because
Yeah.
I've got the biggest balls of the ball.
Really, this is what I have to work with.
Is mine too big still though? Like for cereals?
No, you can go ahead and put it on there. So that pan's done. That looks good. We're gonna put it on the stove. You keep making your balls.
I will keep playing with the balls.
According to my husband, these are the best rolls that have ever been made in the world.
Doesn't matter. They know we eat food.
All right.
What are we doing, Mom?
Time to put them in the oven. Look how pretty they look.
Look
We're
how big they
gonna cook
got.
them, and it's actually 325 for about 15 minutes or so.
325 for 15 minutes. Smile!
All right, and there we have them. Look how beautiful those are. And that is my homemade sweet rolls.
Delicious. Thank you, Mom, for all your help. I love you so much.
I love you too, sweetie. Hope they're as good as they look.
Oh, they will be. here.
No, you can't have those, but if you send Santa Claus a letter, maybe you might have one in your stocking.
Dear Santa Claus, give me a whole kitchen for Christmas. With love, Kiri.
But first, oh, crud. What did we forget? What did we forget?